Hit in the air and hit well, deep down the left field line. See you later. Josh Jung's first home run in Frisco is a 3-run missile. Boy, was that ball hit hard.
This kid's relentless. I think that's the thing that stands out to me.
To me, he's as advertised.
To know we have that kind of, not only talent, but makeup. He'll be here soon.
Josh Jung is the #1 rated prospect in the organization, selected 8th overall in the 2019 draft.
It's just surreal to be able to stay in Texas. All my family's here. Most of my friends live here. So it's just a short trip for them to come see me.
In the most unique of circumstances, Josh's rise has been slowed down by the pandemic and injury.
It's just one of those things, you're navigating it along the way. But at the same time, I think the biggest lesson is just be in the moment and embrace where you are right now. I know if I take care of my business here, I'll get my chance one day.
Josh Jung was on the fast track to the bigs until that speed bump in spring training. A stress fracture cost him 5 weeks, but he's back and better than before, thanks to a great mental approach and, of course, his athletic prowess. You see, now mentally, he flows like water down a lazy river.
Flowing, be smooth, just ride the wave. When things are going great, it's easy to ride the wave, but when things are going bad, it's kind of hard. But water's always continuously flowing. No matter if I'm at the peak of the wave or if I'm crashing down, just continue to flow.
So surrendering to the outcome is essentially another way to say, I'm going to go all in on controlling the things that I can control, which there's not a lot in this game of baseball, and I'm going to be like water, and I'm going to flow, and I'm going to adapt and adjust based off of what the game and what my career gives me.
Brian Kane is a nationally renowned mental coach who's worked with U of H baseball, TCU, Kyler Murray, UFC world champions, and Bobby Witt Jr., to name a few. Josh was introduced to the mental game at 11 thanks to his dad, who was a high school coach at San Antonio MacArthur, and then met his online mentor in person years later.
We sit and break it down, and for about 4 or 5 hours, I am blown away at this guy's understanding of the mental game and what it takes to be successful after his freshman year of college. So I'm not surprised he got started at such an early age because he's so far advanced when it comes to the mental game.
You can literally hit a line drive at 110 and then get caught, and then hit a duck fart at 60 and it fall for a hit. And so you really don't control anything other than how you respond to what's going on.
I think that's awesome. I think that's a very appropriate baseball mindset, especially when you consider the number of things that are out of your control.
I really enjoy my conversation with Josh because he does speak my language. He obviously understands the game and how hard the game is now and what he has to work on.
Everybody says baseball's 90% mental, yet they work on it less than 10% of the time, right? It's a game of failure. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be injuries, there's going to be successes. And how you process it all properly and continue to compete one pitch at a time is what gives you the best chance for success.
Just to keep the mental approach sharp, Josh brings a foam toilet to every game.
I haven't really brought it out. It's in my bag just in case I need it. I know people probably think I'm weird when it comes to that stuff. I've been able to control myself pretty well when it comes to my emotions, at least so far. We'll see what happens.
Having a physical representation of being able to let go of and flush the adversity is so big in baseball because it's a game of failure.
Other Rangers who have bought into the mental game for a significant edge, Nick Solak. First-round pitcher Cole Winn, who's also in Frisco. You will see a deep breath before a pitch or an at-bat.
Josh is looking at a very small spot on his bat called the focal point. He's taking a deep breath and trying to finish that breath while he looks at the focal point. One, to bring oxygen in the system, slow his heart rate down, get connected to the present moment, and really tell himself, I'm ready to go out and compete to win this pitch.
Josh is considered the greatest position player in Texas Tech history and led the Red Raiders to their highest finish in the College World Series. His brother Jace matched Josh for Big 12 Player of the Year.
Being able to train with my brother, incorporate him into my routine, stuff that I've been learning, it paid off in a big way for him. I'm not going to take all the credit, I'll take a little bit of it.
Imagine the two in the big leagues together, maybe even with the Rangers.
Growing up, playing all the wiffle ball games in the front yard and destroying all the grass in the backyard, and all the hard work that we've put into it, it would just be surreal for us, for the family, for whoever's involved. It would just be really, really special.